This is a 1982 Itasca motorhome. It's on a Chevy van to 330 chassis. It has a 350 Chevy motor in it. The brakes were just redone. It's got new tires. All the hatches open and close. I haven't had a chance to clean it. I just drove it home, so it needs a cleaning. I'll start working on that today. It's a pretty decent shape for its age. Of course, what would it be without shag carpet, right? The radio's there, but it doesn't work. It's not connected properly. Windows go up and down. Heater works. Air conditioner doesn't work. But overall, it's in good shape. It's got a hitch on the front. If you want to launch your boat, you can see what you're doing. It's got a new roof on it, or resealed. And it also has 2 solar panels up there. This is the conduit for the solar panels. I opened up all these panels. They do work, the locks work. Got a couple new batteries there. This is where you put your gasoline. This is where you fill up your water tank. If you have fresh water, you can hook up a garden hose there. It does have an upgraded furnace. It works. I had the guy light it for me. Upgraded refrigerator. It works. The guy turned it on for me. Runs off of propane or electricity. Driver's side, pretty much the same. It's 42 years old, but pretty much everything works. Now the alternator's working, but the needle fluctuates when you're driving. The gas gauge works. The oil pressure gauge seems to be just stuck. Yeah, let's go all the way around it. Like I said, it's got new tires all the way around it, new brakes, just tuned up. This is where your hoses are for the drain. The back of it, I'm not going to bother climbing to the roof. I was up there yesterday. It's all been resealed, and like I said, there's 2 solar panels up there. Of course, you have your stairs. The door does lock. I checked it out. The glass is good. I'm talking to the previous owner now about this awning because I haven't figured out how it comes down yet. It's got a little bit of carpet there, which I need to clean. The floors have been replaced with that hardwood stuff. Underneath here is your fuse box. This is the panel for the solar panels, so they charge your batteries all day, and then you can use them all night. It has LED lights added to it, new curtains, lots of storage. All the storage things, there's a button you have to push up and then release, so you have storage everywhere. Same over here, storage. One thing about motorhomes, they have storage everywhere. Storage, sink. I had them light the stove. It works. Don't forget the button. More storage. It's got a newer air conditioner that works. Small television. Your control panel. This is where you can turn on the holding tank, check your water level, turn on the water pump. This folds down into a bed. Otherwise, you've got seating for 4. The refrigerator, like I said, has been upgraded. I just have to figure out, there it is, how to open it. It works. It's not new, but it's upgraded. It does have a bathroom that has a newer sink, toilet, shower. It's been sealed around. It's old, but it's in decent shape. This is another bed that'll sleep 2 people up here. They put this piece of board in there to make it more sturdy. It does have curtains up here. If you have company and you need some privacy, you can get it. That's about it for now. I'm getting a list of upgrades from the previous owner, and I will post those in the ad. But the LED lights are nice because they're a little brighter than the old kind. And then there's another one over here that's really bright. at night. It's daytime right now. But if you have any questions, feel free to message me. Thanks for watching. I just bought this 1982 Itasca, I think it's how it's pronounced, Sundancer, 21-foot Class C motorhome. Maybe I'll splice this video and the video I took of it yesterday together. Anyway, I'm going to take it for a little drive. I drove it about an hour and a half home after I bought it, and it started making a weird noise just as I got a couple blocks from home. So I'm going to drive again now and see if it's still making that noise, see if I can figure out what it is. Anyway, here we go. Well, she died. She seems to be a little cold-blooded. I guess you got to give it a little gas or pull the choke or something. I'm not sure what. That's not so good. Well, try that again. It's a good thing it's not a busy street, huh? To the races. I forgot what it was like to drive a 40-year-old vehicle with a manual choke. I'm not going to drive it too far. I sure smell that gas. There's that weird noise. I don't know if you can hear it, but alternator, fan belt, or what it is. I know the guy, a young guy, owned it for a while, and he decided to take the air conditioner belt off because he thought it would get better gas mileage. I'm sure this thing is terrible on gas. I'm not sure how much it weighs. It's 21 feet long. It's got a Chevy 350 in it. Probably gets 10 miles a gallon, being a motorhome and all. I put some gas in it before I left the place I bought it in Moses Lake, because I had a feeling it might not last. It had less than a half a tank, and I thought that might not last till I get home an hour and a half. Like 70 miles, maybe 80, I'm not sure. But anyway, I took a chance when I traded a car I had for this. I'm just going to sell it. I cleaned it all up yesterday, vacuumed everything. I got my little vacuum attachment with the brush and did the shelves and the table, and I did all the nooks and crannies. I think they'd replaced this carpet with some other shag carpet. They just never really did a good vacuuming on it. And it's been sitting, so it was a little dusty. I just want it to run good enough somebody can buy it and take it camping or go live in it, whatever they want to do. I had it on the interstate going 70 miles an hour and it ran just fine. I could have went faster. I started off at 60 and too many cars were passing me, so I thought, well, I'll get up to the speed limit, so I went 70. Where I live in Central Washington, there's a lot of people that buy these and just live in them. Now, of course, this one, some of the stuff's been updated. So you've got, let's see, I'll go up this hill hopefully. You've got a updated refrigerator. It's supposed to work good. He showed me how to light it on propane. up the hill. It's got an upgraded furnace, an upgraded water heater that's like, let's see, water heater, I think that's twice as big as normal. Upgraded water heater, furnace, air conditioner, and refrigerator. So, even though it's 42 years old, some of the stuff's a little newer. Now right now the sun's in my eyes, and there are no sun visors in here. Somebody took them out and probably broke after all those years. Windshield wipers need replaced. They just kind of smear the water around. But I'm not hearing that sound. I'm going to roll the window down. At least they still work. Roll the window down, see if I can hear that sound again. It was kind of a, I don't know, a howling noise. And it just happened when I slowed down a couple blocks from here to turn down my road, and I noticed it. But when I was driving on the highway, I never heard anything. And I don't really hear it now, so. I bought it 2 days ago, and I took a few pictures of it, and then I took a video, but I couldn't post that on Facebook. Too long, 5 minutes. Then I cleaned it up, took some pictures, posted on Facebook, and I've already had a few inquiries. One guy said he's going to come and look at it today. He's looking for something he can pack his stuff in and take off if the world comes to an end. Who knows what's going to happen in the next month with the election, right? Oh, anyway, it drives good. It seemed a little loose in the steering, but it's real heavy in the back, so maybe that's part of it. But when I turn the steering wheel, the vehicle turns. I've had old Ford trucks where you could turn a quarter of a turn and nothing happened. There's this steering box that gets a little loose. And I would say for 40 years old, 42 years old, this thing's not too bad. It's not all beat up, but it is 42 years old. It's showing 58,000 miles on the odometer, but it doesn't have a 1 for 100,000, so you don't know if it's 158,000 miles or if it's really 58,000 miles. And it's hard to say with these campers because a lot of people, like this guy towed a Geo Tracker, I think it was, or a RAV4, one or the other. I think it's a Geo Tracker. The guy that originally owned it. The guy I bought it from took that off, and he was going to keep it, but now it's got a lot of problems, so he's going to sell it for $500. Anyway, a lot of guys called snowbirds, they live in the north, like where I live in Washington State, and then they pack up their stuff and they head to Arizona or Nevada or someplace to spend the winter. They have their tow vehicle so they can drive around. They just park these things and live out of them. And it's possible that's what this guy did. I could pull a Kelly or a Carfax on it. Maybe there'd be a record of oil changes in different places or maintenance. Get a better idea of how they drove it. But I wouldn't be afraid to drive it anywhere. Chevy 350 is a good motor. This one has new tires, new brakes, just tuned up. Like I said, I was driving at 70 miles an hour, no problem, so I wouldn't be afraid to take a camping. Now my wife wouldn't be caught dead in this thing because it's too old and ugly. Maybe back in the day it had orange carpet, I don't know. Now it's kind of a tan shag. It's definitely been replaced though. And he took out the carpet in the back and put in that laminate flooring you buy at Home Depot and Lowe's. So the floor's been upgraded. Now a guy wanted to really upgrade it, you could tear out all the cabinets and just everything and remodel it inside, make it modern. The guy put 2 solar panels on the roof, so that keeps your batteries charged all day long. And then what else? He said he put some kind of a bladder sealant system on the roof so there's no leaks. Got that all sealed off. The upgraded air conditioner. So if you park someplace, you can use that air conditioner because the one on the vehicle doesn't work. You know, it's a typical old vehicle. It's got manual windows. You saw how it ran when it was cold. It's a little rough, but it's manual choke. Part of that's just getting used to how it is. Because I drove it, it was, I think, 70 degrees, so I never experienced a cold startup like today. I'll back it into my driveway. Hopefully not hit the telephone pole or anything. It just barely clears the power lines up above the house, or going to the house. But it fits right in here where I like to park cars I have for sale. Telephone right in front of me, as you can see. And my neighbor, as I was pulling in the driveway, told me that he's got some friends, they're looking for a camper. He said he'd come over and check it out because they're looking to get into camping. He's got that one, he takes camping. And then he's got this one that he told me he was just going to put it in there in case he had company, but I see he's got it rented out to somebody because they're living in it full time, which happens a lot around Wenatchee where I live at. People can't afford the expensive rent, so they just buy old motorhomes. They're a little quieter now. They buy old motorhomes and campers and they just live in them. A lot of people are getting $500 to $800 a month just for parking a camper or motorhome on their property. Now, when this guy, they built this, they put in sewer and they stopped it just to the left of those mailboxes. They came up the street. And I could have paid $5,000 to $10,000 and had them run it up beside my driveway and tee into my property, but I didn't feel like spending the money. Anyway, he spent the extra money and then he hooked up a spot, and that's why he can rent that camper out, because they can just put their sewage right into the sewer system. He ran water to it and electricity, and I'm sure he's getting $500 to $800 a month for it. Anyway, I'll splice that other video with this one. It's kind of a walk around on the vehicle. It is a little cleaner now since I went through and cleaned everything. But thanks for watching. If you're thinking about buying a 42-year-old Itasca Sundancer, then you'll have a better idea how they run. Let me pull this out here so you can see. Basic controls, you got your speedometer, gas gauge, which you can barely see, but it's just under half. When it's running, the tachometer or the voltage meter just bounces like crazy, but it's working. The oil pressure does not work. I need to have that looked at probably. Somebody does. It's good to know what your oil pressure is. And the temperature never quite made it to half all the way back, so that was good. Oh, there's another. Oh, this is the gas gauge down here. It's got a stereo that's not hooked up. It's just sitting in there. I think this is a speaker somebody added. But, you know, stereos are easy to add. Right above me, there's a board. The guy added that. There's a bed up there, and you can see the shag carpet that they put in. Stayed with that 80s look, I guess. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll give you a sneak peek of there it is. It's got a table that'll sit forward. It folds down into a bed. The couch in the back folds down into a bed. Right above me is a bed for 2 people. Refrigerator. It does have a small bathroom with a shower, toilet, and sink. Air conditioner unit that's newer. All in all, you know, for what I'm asking, which is about $6,000. I'll obviously take a little bit less than that, but it's a starting point. Thanks for watching. Have a great one.